It's people can stay there.
Dude, this is sick. This looks like it'd be sick during the winter time when it's snowing and you can see wolves and bears just coming across like the ridge and stuff. Oh, I really hear the waterfall. A lot of times the temptation can be that you have to go somewhere magnanimous with huge mountains like Switzerland or Iceland, or travel to some other country to grab some great shots. But I recently moved up to the northern mountains of Georgia, just right below Blue Ridge. I talk about that a lot. And one of the fun things has been to explore the area, and frankly I've been a little surprised, actually a lot surprised at the a lot of the views I've been able to find. The really cool thing too about doing that is just exploring your vicinity, where you get familiar with the area throughout the seasons. So yeah, sure, maybe go to a mountainous location, go to Switzerland, go to Scotland, but a great way to practice is to just explore your area. You may have to travel an hour or so out. I mean, to get to this trail, we're looking for a waterfall now. We had to drive about 2 hours away to come find it. We're not there yet, so we're not sure if it's there or not. So the important lesson is don't get discouraged when you're getting into learning how to use a camera, learning how to use a drone, and thinking that you have to go find these great places that you're seeing on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Start in your own backyard. And a lot of times, you may have to drive over an hour away, sometimes even 4 hours, but at least you'll become familiar with the areas in your hometown. It's familiar territory, and since you're living there already, you're gonna see those areas change through the seasons. You're gonna be able to capture those locations through the spring, summer, winter, and I'm willing to bet that if it's anything like nature, it's gonna feel like totally different areas during those seasons. I was misled by the temptation in the beginning to think, I can't really enjoy this hobby of mine of taking pictures and learning to use a drone because the landscapes are not that great. It's not true. I started venturing out at least 30 minutes to an hour out of my normal vicinity. Heck, even in my own area, 10, 15 minutes away, there's some great views, but again, it takes developing an eye and a passion. Just train your eye to look for beauty in the uncommon places, and beauty is gonna look differently to a lot of people based on where your eye is trained to, but there's beauty nonetheless. I guess the moral of the story, be okay with learning how to use camera equipment in your area, and be okay driving an hour, 2 hours, 4 hours out of the way, because you may be surprised what you find. And we have not found this waterfall yet.
I've seen on TikTok. It's people can stay there.
Those are the bungalows that you can stay in an Airbnb?
Yeah, it's called glamping. Instead of camping, you glamp.
Wow, dude, this is sick. We should actually stay here. This looks like it'd be sick during the winter time when it's snowing and you can see wolves and bears just coming across like the ridge. Oh, that's sick. Look at the fireplaces and everything down there. So these are like little igloos. I've seen them on Airbnb, and you typically see them tucked away in mountain. They look like little space shuttles. Little space shuttles that got stuck and didn't make it. I found the waterfall. I'm not trying to be the best photographer. What I'm learning is that you have to do the best you can with what you've got. And so by taking the time to, right after work, on a Tuesday, like today, just go out, Google search waterfall, Google search something. Go out and look for it, try and document it as best you can, have fun with it. Do it different times of the daytime, different weather. We came out here because it was gonna have an overcast, which I personally love shooting in overcast. And so I'm not setting out to be the best photographer. I am setting out to be the best that I can with what I've got, and hopefully build my way up to a level where I can call myself an expert one day. But finding places like this, definitely a perk. We're going up to the waterfall now. I've got the drone midway up there, so kind of breaking all protocols, just kind of walking away from it, but and to think I would have never found this spot had I never decided just to go out of the comfort zone and see what you find. Last time I did this, I got lost in the wilderness for 2 hours and didn't find anything. But hey, I passed that road on the way up here, and now I know where not to turn. I kept slipping. All right, so the view that I just got, that you just saw, absolutely unreal. It looks like we kind of walked into a valley of the mountains, and a little tricky to fly the drone in and out of there just because I almost hit a couple of trees, but the point still stands. Great view. Now it was like 2 hours of a drive. Yeah, I mean, it was about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours of total driving for 30 minutes of a great scene. I think it's worth it.